What up? What up?
Another day, another dollar, right?
Depends on the day.
That's what it is. What it is. So what we got going on today?
Meetings upon meetings upon meetings.
Death by meetings.
Death by meetings, but good. Sometimes you have to punt everything else and focus on meetings
That's right.
that come up.
Well, meetings actually kind of set the foundation, what you're going to be focusing on too.
Gotta have some flexibility.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Have you ever had those, have a meeting to have a meeting?
To make sure that you're prepared for the meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love those. One of my favorite meetings once was when I was working at a church. I was in there circled around with some guys, and it was just like the most god awful meeting. It was so far. And the music pastor, a guy named Ross, I look over, and like he's shut down. He is just completely zoned out. And I'm sitting next to him, and I look over and I glance over, and he's down here looking like he's taking notes. And it's the stick figure. He's a good drawer. He's drawing a picture of himself holding a lit piece of dynamite. And I look over, and it's one of those where, like, you know, when you just start getting the giggles and you can't stop.
Yes.
I was interning. It was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you ready to go to Iowa?
I'm ready to roll. I really am. I've been prepping. I've been putting chamois butter on every day for like 2 hours.
Even when
every
you
2
don't
hours.
ride?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It absorbs.
Chamois butter is like the best invention since Velcro. It's just the best stuff ever. If you don't know what chamois butter is, it's
It's not. It's not spelled chamois.
chamois.
It's CHOM.
Dude, I don't know how it's spelled, but it's butt cream.
Yeah.
It's butt cream. How about that? And it's just basically it's diaper cream for a grown man.
Yeah. I was looking at new spandex bike shorts for the ride. Like theirs, like looking at the description of some of the spandex, it's like, this is good for 20 miles. This one's good for 20 to 50 miles.
Longevity is the key.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it going like, what happens at 21 mile to the 20 shorts?
They disintegrate. Well, here's I've got not a bet, but I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. If you don't use any chamois butter all week,
can I substitute it? Can I use like Crisco?
If you use Crisco, you'll win. Okay, but we'll have to have a bet,
dude.
I will have a reward at the end of the tunnel for that. If you do not use chamois butter.
An ice pack.
No. I'm talking about, take you and the whole family. We'll all go out to dinner on my dime. But it's something. I want something. But
I don't know, man.
But here's the other catch of that is I don't want to be around you after a week full of carpet burnt.
We're riding area 465 miles.
I don't even know what it is.
Something like that.
It's a lot. For me.
Between 450 and 500. And the shortest day is like 42 miles. The longest day is like 72.
I haven't looked at that, but it sounds about right. Yeah. And here's the catch. It's in the heat with humidity.
I've been riding, but can I be honest? Can I tell you a little secret?
Go ahead.
I've yet to ride over 32 miles in one day.
That's not bad. Trust me. It's 15 miles breakfast, 15 miles lunch, 15 miles some other snack, bratwurst.
But I almost died.
It's okay. We have a truck. Just remember, chamois butter.
All right, man.
In the morning.
I just, like, I go, like today I'm like, I want to go ride. And I'm like, it's 105 degrees out.
But I'm telling you, that's good training because it's swampy back there. Humid.
But here's the difference. Yeah. What I've noticed, and I was talking about that's Border Patrol about this, is when you start the day when it's not hot and you're outside all day and you get warmer with it, it doesn't, like I'm doing that when you go hunting. Yeah. Like your body adjusts to it versus like if we just walk outside and jump on a bike.
You can't do it now. I agree. Your body gets acclimated to it.
Yeah. So hopefully.
That's good. You'll be fine.
Thank you for those words.
Sounds to me like you're a little scared, huh?
I don't want to die. I don't want to die that way. I'm not afraid of dying. I don't want to die of heat stroke. That does not sound good at all.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, you're not going to die. We'll take care of you. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm a little concerned.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. You're going to experience everything.
So, funny thing about that is my anniversary is July 22nd.
You're in trouble, dude. You're in trouble.
We're going to be gone.
Yeah, you're in
on the
trouble.
22nd.
See, why didn't you tell me this?
So I leave out key pieces of information consistently. Like when I told my wife that the bike ride is 7 days.
Yes. The ride is 7 days.
Yeah.
You didn't account for the transportation to and from.
The other 6 days.
Yeah.
So right now I've told her that it's 12 days.
Does she know what day you're leaving?
18th, 19th, something like that.
Does she know? That was the question.
She doesn't. She does not.
Okay.
It's I use broad dates. But so the funniest part about it so far was I'm just trying to ease her into it.
Okay.
By the time I ease her into it, I'll be gone. But she said something like, she didn't say, I can't be, you're going to be gone, but she said, you're going to be gone on our anniversary. I'm like, yeah. And the next conversation was like something along the lines of, yeah, next year, maybe we can go out and I'll drop you guys off at Oklahoma at your best friend's house. And she goes, oh, you're going to do this next year too. I said, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
My wife's actually going back the second half of it this year.
That's pretty cool.
Well, and my youngest daughter's actually going with. So that's actually pretty interesting.
I told my wife.
You'll be able to prep and see what it looks like for her. That's the good thing.
I was telling my wife that you and I talked about the other day. With us being in 4 states right now, and by this time next year, probably be, I don't know, 6 or 7 states. Mm-hmm. I told my wife, I said, let's leave June 1, get an RV, and go spend a week at each location, and then drop you guys off Oklahoma, and I'll take the RV. And that's what
we're doing. We're going through KC.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is doing that stuff. Smart. Going, that's why I love my job. Is that's not like a far off thing. Like that's
no. I think that's a good
completely
thing. It's by design.
It's
by design.
Completely feasible.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. We were looking at a book today. It's like Best Quotes or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think I picked it up in an airport.
I gave a lady gave it to me. We were designing, remodeling, and needed some inspirational quotes, stuff like that, and she gave it to me. Phenomenal book. We'll post a link below, but it's pretty cool. Great book just to pick up and read 3 or 4 pages.
A lot of good things they're pulling out of there. What was one of them that was talking about fear, wasn't it, or sweating?
Yeah, it said you'll never drown in your own sweat.
Yeah,
is that right?
Something very close to that. Don't know who it was.
Yeah. But just looking at fear and what stresses you out, what makes you.
Yeah. So you're sweating about Ragbri, aren't you?
A little bit, a little perspiration. What freaks you out? What makes you sweat?
You know what? I think the unknown is one thing for me that does kind of ruffle my feathers a little bit. The unknown. And I think that's just because, if you don't know something, you don't know what to expect. And I'm I'm not really a big time planner, but I want to know a little bit of the outcome, the foreseeable outcome. So that's usually for me one of the things that scare me. I always, want the best for everybody else. And one of the things that always scares me too is making sure that my kids are, safe. And, sometimes it's unforeseen things in the future that you have no control over. And that's kind of scary.
Yeah. What dries your sweat?
Chamois butter.
Like what? What energizes you?
What excites me?
Yeah.
I think it's also the unknown. And probably what we talked about before, which was opportunity. Opportunity just drives the heck out of me. If I can create opportunity for other people in a manner and allow them to accomplish something they did not believe that they could achieve, my bucket's filled. I just love that.
That's
just
awesome.
something. Yeah, that's just. What about you?
What makes me sweat? Pho.
Pho.
Pho. Pho?
Yeah, you don't
Pho?
you don't eat pho.
In
Is it
Tucson.
pho or is it pho?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You don't eat
I
it in
do
Tucson
believe it's.
from May
I
to
do believe
August.
it's pho.
It's, dude,
Yeah.
I will straight up get the meat sweats eating that
In 105-degree weather on
in a restaurant
Tuesday.
that smells like fish.
Yep. Ugh. And you know,
Pre-vom.
I love the names that they have at some of the restaurants too. You know, like there's F.U. King.
Yeah,
You know, that's what I say. Is it pho? Is it pho? So don't
it makes
answer
a big
that.
difference.
Yes, it does. So you gotta watch out for the.
What makes me
pronunciation.
sweat? So I get I don't the stuff that makes me sweat is a little bit is the relying upon somebody else. Not relying on people to do their jobs collectively. Especially ones that aren't, either sold out or whatnot. It's not a trust thing, but it's just, I always wonder, like, is that person doing what they need to?
Is that because you don't have control over that?
Oh, I'm a control freak.
All right.
I mean,
That's all. I know what kind of guy you are. You're the guy that takes over the puzzle.
oh, for sure. I don't let anybody else play on the
See,
puzzle.
I point at the box. That's what it should look like. And then you know what? I get so frustrated. I gotta walk away
Yeah.
because I look at all those pieces. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
I tap out just like a
I
cage fighter
just-
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of,
Huh.
yeah, a little bit. Just, I think it's, and especially when it comes to finances, is when it's, I worry going, is everybody doing their part, for the collective whole of the group?
I get that. It's a lot of trust that's got to be there.
It is. There's a ton of trust. That's like with anything else. That's why I didn't really do big team sports growing up. I loved about wrestling was you
controlled your destiny.
you control your destiny. Now you're part of a collective whole to win tournaments and stuff like that. But I could control what I could control.
So you guys didn't all wrestle together, like in one big mob?
No, we were not in the Air Force.
That's Navy.
That was good. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we would sit back and
Yeah.
watch everybody be.
Yeah, you guys
silly.
weren't on a metal container
No.
together.
No. Dude, Air Force is not sports oriented. No.
My favorite comment ever was a kid I grew up with named Cameron. Him and Mike went to the Air Force like the same month. I think it was one of those in the back of their heads. They're like, we're gonna get stationed together. We're gonna go.
Oh, they called the buddy system.
Is it?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Totally wrong.
So
You
anyways,
should have never done that.
he-
Everybody separates.
He goes. I talked to him like a couple weeks after base training when he gets back. It's basic training or boot camp.
You know what? Air Force, it's basic training.
What's boot camp?
I think. I don't know if it's
It's not Army.
Okay, then I don't know. I think
One of them's
it's the
boot
same
camp.
thing.
It's
the
not Army
same
because
darn
I was
thing.
talking
They go
to my
away for a couple months.
I was
or
talking to
weeks
my
and then
brother and I go, "How was boot camp?" He goes, "We have basic training. We already know how to tie our boots."
Oh, okay. See, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, so he gets back and I go, "Dude, how was it?" He's like, "It was." I go, "How bad, like physically demanding was?" He goes, "It was like a really hard PE class." That was his 18-year-old response.
I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
I just remember doing some silly stuff like moving a sprinkler in the middle of the night about 15 feet. And when you think about this, so it's collectively, the next person's supposed to move it 15 feet, but you got to get dressed. So in other words, you wake up in the middle of the night at a certain time, you got to get dressed, fully dressed, go downstairs, move this stupid sprinkler 15 feet to a certain location, and then go back upstairs, wake up the next person, then they get dressed and go downstairs, and they got to move it another
To
15.
make sure it's all watered.
So then, therefore, when the TI, the training instructor, drill instructor, come in the next morning, they know exactly where that thing's going to be at. And if it's not there, somebody missed their assignment. So then if that's the case, they're going to come right upstairs, and they're going to lay into you. Now, here's the thing. So you start to get smart about it and go, okay, last guy, before he comes in, make sure it's out there in those locations. But if you do that over time, the grass is going to burn. So there's no way around it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Energizes me. I love exploring uncharted territories. So like us going, expanding into new markets, cities and locations, that excites me. Like we could go in and it could produce greater than all the locations combined.
Yeah.
Or not. Like I know one thing, it ain't going to fail.
No.
Because we're gonna put the work in beforehand. Yeah. But I just love the uncertainty of going in there and just not knowing.
Yeah, I get that, and I think I think you nailed it on the head. It's the work ahead of time, and that goes with the people, the right person for that. And we are in a bunch of different locations, and we're also looking at other locations right now. What are some of the top areas that we're looking at right now?
We would like to be strategically located around military bases. That's our big why as a organization, is serving our men and women and their families that are serving us.
And
we want to be able to serve those who are serving us.
A spouse or a retiree that's retiring, or maybe a spouse that's looking for a job. For sure. So that's what we're looking for. So
with that being said, a couple areas we've looked at is up in but market and price point. Mm-hmm. I think it's being very strategic about personnel, location, in proximity to military bases or even military communities, price point, market, and the market stats.
What's going on?
So, so with that being said, we're looking at possibly Salt Lake City, San Antonio, Dallas area a little bit too, a couple places in Florida.
Phoenix is up the road.
Phoenix for sure. One of the things I heard from a mega agent with our organization was he has expansion teams everywhere, and he goes, I don't understand for the life. They're based out of Phoenix. He said, I don't understand for the life of me why teams don't expand Phoenix from Tucson. He goes, there's so many houses, there's so many people. I feel like
there's so much
opportunity. Yeah. And he's also tried to expand to Tucson, and so they're in, I don't know, they're probably in like a dozen different markets. And we've seen this is there are people that have nailed it in every other community that they've gone into, and they failed in Tucson.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that with expansion that just don't understand Tucson.
Exactly. I think Tucson's got a little bit of a little twist to it too. I mean, your price point's not as high as where it's everywhere else, so you got to sell a lot more homes to keep everybody happy.
It's a 1 million person town that feels like the size of 100,000.
Yeah, and the demographics of it are just you look at the geography of it. It's spread out instead of up.
Yeah, looking at
different.
There's one freeway. I-10. So we joke around all the time about driving distances. We had a guy that we knew that was from, let's say, Baltimore or something like that. And he lived out in Vail out by you, and we lived in Marana where we live now. It's like a 45-minute drive. And I was like joking around when we got over there. I'm like, man, this is like the furthest drive ever. And he goes, in Baltimore, like our commute time every hour or every day is an hour and a half.
I think it's what you're used to.
For us, it's like, I need to drive 30 minutes someplace. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Those demographics.
And understanding that. And that's why we looked at Phoenix initially going, okay, goodness, do you have to grid map it out and have agents in certain parts of town? Because, it's an hour and a half to get on one side of town to another. And good luck if it's during rush hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unique things to look at when you're talking about expansion on that. But it's about the people, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely about the people, getting the right people in the right place and understanding what your vision is. And they mesh with that vision, and ultimately you go forward. So it's not about the money, but the money is a byproduct of your success.
If you're doing what you love to do and you're doing what you're skilled at and passionate about, money is going to come.
And you'll never have to work a day in your life.
And I look at too is you don't at least like see, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world by any stretch of the imagination,
You got that right.
for sure. Is like I may be the smartest guy in this room, but
I'll give you an edge on that.
yeah, just
I'll
a
give
little
you
bit.
an edge on that,
Yeah.
even though I have the wisdom on you.
Yeah, well, we call that age. But but just looking at it going, it's never for us. It's never about how much we can make, because we know that if we love on people, help people reach their dreams and goals, hire the right people, the money it's going to come.
If you take care of the people take care of you.
For sure.
There you go.
Yeah. So we've got, we're heading to Vegas next week.
Is that next week?
That's next Friday.
Dude, that's like in July where it's like scorching hot.
Yeah.
Death Valley is like right there.
It's going to be crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Go up to Las Vegas, hang out with our expansion team up there.
Yes, we are.
So you used to live in Las Vegas?
I did. 5 years.
5 years. Tell me the story about you guys driving out of town. And
that was like
and it was the
thankful.
affirmation.
Yes, it was. We were driving out. My oldest daughter was just at that age where she's starting to read.
She's 17?
No, my oldest daughter. So she wasn't 17 at that time. So you're talking about kid, yeah. She was, I don't even know, what was she, 4, maybe 3, 4. But we were driving out, and on one of the big billboards, you could hear her in the back seat reading kind of a little bit off the billboard there, and it was a XXX billboard. And I'm like, it is time.
Perfect time to get out of Dodge.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
so
my
yeah, that's
gosh.
when we hunkered down in Tucson. And then,
Man.
but yeah, actually that was November 1st, 2002.
Isn't it crazy how you remember dates like that?
I do.
Yeah, I remember we moved out here January 2nd, 1997. Or I'm sorry, June 2nd, 1997.
Why did you remember it being June 2nd?
Because it was the worst day of my life, I thought. Dude, I grew up in San Diego. So,
Oh, you're moving to the largest beach, just has no ocean.
like, I grew up in San Diego, and we grew up in a city called Poway. And it was essentially a suburb. There's ranches out there. So people go, oh, you grew up in San Diego. Yeah, but we grew up in where there was avocado fields, stuff like that. Still ranches, horses, and all that. And it was like the greatest place to grow up. Like, we would literally leave during the summer at like 8 in the morning with our skateboards and then come back at dark. Like, it was so much fun. And we, like, looking back, when we go back to visit, like, if I have to walk a mile right now, I would die.
Yeah, done.
But looking at that, like, just tracking some of it, going, we'd skateboard like 14 miles.
I remember not coming home
hills.
until what was it? I didn't have to be home until the street lights came on.
Yeah.
But if they were on, I'm in trouble.
Oh, for sure.
So I had to be home before that.
Like, we used to just go out, and it was awesome. And then we got off the freeway off of Tangerine. I can remember it as clear as a bell. We get off on the freeway, and Tangerine at that point is one lane each way. And we get behind
Was it paved?
It was paved. We got behind and it was June 2nd, which means it was hot as crap out here. And we just come from the beach, and we get stuck behind a cotton tractor and followed it for 5 miles doing 25 miles an hour. And we're like, you've got to be.
Isn't that where you live, up off Tangerine?
Still, yeah, I do. I live.
And you're the
right
smartest
there.
guy in this room, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, the way I look at it, though, is most of our trips end up going west on I-10, which means I'm an hour closer to any destination
That's
than you
smart. Well, no, we're closer to El Paso.
are. Yeah.
We won't go
Yeah.
there.
You know what the coolest part about El Paso is?
Leaving.
Leaving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the thing
Well,
right outside of Tucson here. The thing. What is the thing?
Juarez.
The thing. What is it? $2?
Dude,
Do you know how much money they make off of that?
we know a gentleman that was from El Paso.
Oh,
He's our Nutco.
That's right. Yep.
Man, He turned out pretty good.
Yep, did
'cause
real well.
He left San Antonio.
Yes,
or
he
he left
did.
El Paso.
Yes, he did. And I'm not going to pick on him anymore, but I still didn't get invited to his restaurant yet.
It's messed up. Do you know that you can still find Azar nuts? Like you can go on Amazon and order them.
Did not know that.
It's like the most famous guy ever.
How about that? What's the best taco place in Tucson? Bueno Canero. That was my outside voice. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't give me no Filibertos. Don't give me no
El Nenes.
El Denes.
El Nenes.
I don't even know what that is, so I might have to try that.
El Nenes. Let's be honest, though. There is no better place to get tacos than Tacos Poblanos in
I kind of
Rocky
concur with
Point.
that. Absolutely. Why is that? It's
Here's
the grease
what
they cook it in.
Well, it's because you go down there, and first of all, you stop by the OXXO, OXXO.
Yes, you do. Sure.
Oh,
OXXO.
yeah.
OXXO.
OXXO. And you go get what you want to drink. And they've got crazy mixed drinks and everything
My
else.
wife loves the Sky Vodka,
Yep.
like mangoes.
Dude,
Yep.
I brought her some. Became her
Yes,
best
you
friend.
did. Yes, you did.
And then you drive across the street and you park, and then you get
What I
carne
got?
asada, pastor tacos, everything.
So I
You
think-
and I could eat until we are doing the meat sweats across your forehead
Yeah.
for $12.
No,
And
it's good tacos.
you don't throw up afterwards.
That's
It's
well. What's his? Well, I don't know if he threw up, but he.
what's
He
his
had the
face?
sweats. Yeah,
that's
he had the
because
sweats.
that's because, dude,
They ate the chicken place.
they ate the chicken
Yeah.
place, but it wasn't the chicken.
I don't think it
place.
was chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't chicken.
Any shout outs to anybody?
Um,
Who we got?
who do we got? Let's give a shout out to. Wait, I need to think of a good one.
You have to think of a good one. I got a good one. We have Jess Castillo's been rocking it since James Werkheiser's been gone on the listing side of the house, and she's
Yep.
been just, knocking it out of the park.
Killing
And
it.
she's leaving on vacation soon too.
Yep.
So good for her, man. She's solid. She's kind of 1 year in the business. Just the other day was 1 year in the business. Seen more than
That's
almost
crazy.
any agent in Tucson. I'm going to
Abs-
say, I know this
absolutely
was months
crazy.
ago, but she had already handled 60-some transactions. And this was a couple months back. So shout out to her. She's doing a rock
Seriously.
solid job.
Seriously.
Also, goodness, I'm going to say Jenny and Taylor, they've been rocking it too.
For sure.
The marketing department. The more locations we go into, the more marketing we got to do.
Yep.
So they've been on point with that. So good for them.
Yep. Huge shout out to. I'm gonna give one to Jeff L.
Oh, okay. What's Jeff been doing?
Just a good dude.
Well, of course he's a good dude.
Like slightly feminine dresser.
Really? I thought it more kind of looked like an elf sometimes. He's classy, dude. He can pull off a bow tie.
I'd appreciate if you didn't make short jokes because he and I are the
I
same
didn't.
height.
I didn't go there. You guys look straight eye to eye.
Good dude.
We won't say
Good dude.
Yeah.
What else? Very selfless.
sharp.
Very
Very
sharp. Probably he's one of those guys you want to go to battle with. Good dude.
Well, his heart's in the right place. That's what I've known over the years with him.
Absolutely. And
Really
I'm
is.
riding his old bike.
You know what? The dude is a cyclist. He is
Yeah.
a racer.
Yeah,
Not a
he's
rider.
like the type of guy that
Yeah.
will ride whether it's hot or cold
Yeah.
or rainy or
I
sunshine.
think he just did Mount Lemon the other day too. I was thinking
Yeah.
about that this morning. Like, no, not on my radar.
Oh, well, I've already done it because I have a sticker on my bike that says I've done it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've done it in my car a couple times.
Yeah, there's no way.
But-
Surround yourself with good people, man.
Yeah.
Good people. Yep.
Earbuds or earphones? Earbuds.
Are we having this conversation?
Dude, come on. They rock.
Earbuds.
I caved in and bought some.
I
They're
know,
awesome.
because I gave you so much crap because your old ones sounded like you're calling through a Burger King drive-thru. It was horrible.
That was the Bluetooth in the car. But still.
No, it was horrible.
Yeah, they were horrible.
It was disastrous. Earbuds, not only do they not fall out, you forget they're in there. And if they die, you have a portable charger with you for the case.
Throw them in the case. You're right. Yeah.
Like,
So that's got to be the third best invention behind chamois butter, Velcro, and earbuds.
why Velcro?
Velcro?
Of all the inventions,
Velcro is just, you got to think about it. Look, there's Velcro right here. It's like the primitive
yeah.
thing, but it's
We
known
also
to
could
man.
have done zip ties.
Yeah, they got shoes that have Velcro on them. Old people wear those things, dude.
You have shoes with Velcro?
I have cycling shoes that have Velcro. Don't tell me you don't. Are they buckle?
No, they're
Are they
the-
tie? Don't you?
they're
Oh,
the
little
twist
knob.
twist
Oh
knob.
my gosh! Here we go.
I'd like
Those-
to. I'd like to
Those
give
are,
a shout out.
that's the
to,
girls' version. Oh, Sanooks.
You changed my life,
Oh,
Chinooks.
hold on.
I changed yours
Check
with.
that out, dude. What? I got
Excuse me?
game, bro. I got bigger
Excuse me?
game. So yep. What are those?
Sanooks. So
Sanooks.
the bottom is made out of yoga mats. This is the closest I will get to yoga
Or a yoga mat. Yeah.
ever.
No, those are. I actually have a couple sets, 2 sets of those, and those are phenomenal.
Dude, they're awesome.
Yep. And I caved in and got these. What are they? Ulu. I don't even know how to say it. Olukai. Ulu.
Did you get those at the
Ulukai.
OXXO?
No, they did not come at UXXO. There's some sports store, like an REI store that had them. But these are like, might be the 4th best invention.
Sanooks are.
Sanooks
above,
are there.
Yeah, they're
And
right,
then,
they're right
yeah,
above those.
yeah, good stuff.
I don't know. I think a loofah is up on the top.
No, that's those. I don't think any man has used loofah.
I use a
Maybe
loofah.
James Hughes uses loofah. I
use a
guarantee
loofah
it.
every single day.
Oh my gosh.
Every day. Do you know I haven't bought since we have kids and I'm cheap. I have not bought man shampoo.
Well, I was
I-
going to go there. There we
I
go.
use,
Okay.
I use Barbie shampoo.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's pink. And it smells good, and it's readily available, and it's in a very large container.
Well, they go. Remember they used to have like bar soap.
Dude,
Bar soap to liquid soap. Then you have hand wash, face wash.
Jenny used to get so mad
Shampoo.
at me because she'd be like, "What are you using to wash your hair with?" And I go, "Bar soap."
Yeah, it's soap.
It's soap. It's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
if I look in my wife or daughter's bathroom, dude, it is like it looks like a chemical
Dude,
experiment.
I went. And
It's just like
I used your
what?
daughter's bathroom one time. We got back from Albuquerque, and it looked like Dillard's makeup counter threw up in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's not enough space.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
not enough space.
It looked like a tree. It looked like a triage
The-
tent for
I
makeup.
live with 3 women. My dog is a guy, a male dog that's been castrated. I
Your
have
dog-
no testosterone in my house but me.
Your
It's
dog.
all estrogen, dude. All estrogen.
Your dog is
Love
something
it.
else, man. It looks like
A zombie.
it looks.
It's
It
not
looks
alive.
like
it's
if
not. It's just.
if a rat
it
got
down.
stung by bees. And
I need to
then-
get a picture. Okay, he is like, yeah. Well, he lost his hair now.
That's what I'm saying.
And his eyes are all gray.
Would
It's
you
very
ever
scary,
consider
dude.
stuffing your dog?
That's an eerie question.
Think about
No, I wouldn't.
I totally would.
I
I
wouldn't.
love my dog, and I think it'd be so cool.
But I'd
just
have to do it when he's younger. 'cause
You've
I
never-
couldn't stuff that zombie on the shelf.
Your dog looks like a chupacabra.
Just imagine. A Shih
You
Tzu.
never seen
A
Scrubs?
yes.
Yes.
A Shih Tzu that's lost its hair and is gray-eyed and
got- and the-
wrinkly.
and the eyes go
You
like
watch it-
this.
Yeah. They looking at both weekends sitting on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm telling you, that thing. I love him to death, but
So you get the walk-in farts?
dude, I don't know.
Does it
I don't
smell?
go near him. I don't. I love him, but
You've been feeding it formaldehyde
I
for the
pet him
last
like
year.
this, just one finger,
And its tail goes like this.
Oh, yeah. And it used to have hair all over, it, like real fluffy, but it's just like, yeah, it's like a little pigtail. Yeah.
Isn't that called mange?
I don't know. What's gonna be sad is I go home and he's not there today. That would be sad.
What does it? Is
I
it
hope-
does
I
it
hope-
spontaneously combust? Where would
No,
it go?
no.
We know that dog ain't running away because
No,
it ain't
he's
running.
not running away, but he just lay there and probably blow up real big on the carbon as he killed it. No, that's sad. That's
so
sad.
messed up.
I love that thing. He's been there since my daughter was really little. I just hope. He hangs in there long enough until after Kayla leaves. Mm.
Give it formaldehyde. No,
Stuff him.
too soon. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff him. No.
Record dog sounds.
Yes. No. Oh, you got those little things that you put in the stuffed animals, right?
Like this, the
Yeah.
chicken.
But you'd have to stuff it and put it in there.
True.
So
True.
has a little heartbeat or whatever. But yeah.
Like it has a heartbeat now.
Well, you can't do it now. You'd have to tape it now. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, this
All
is
right.
going absolutely nowhere.
So yeah. So what was our?
Dude, I have to
What's
go
our
to.
closer?
I have to go to Peter Piper Pizza.
Have fun with that, dude. Have fun with that. That's
Right.
actually, you need some Motrin? Because you're going to need it, dude.
The thought, like
Peter Piper Pizza, or what was it? Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese is all right, but Peter Piper,
That's why
It's
they
just-
serve beer there. That's why they do that. You know that?
yeah, but it's still.
I don't
there's
even drink the
not
beer. It's
enough.
horrible.
Yeah, there's
It's horrible.
not enough in the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, don't catch pink eye. Over there.
So disgusting.
So many different ways to catch pink eye, right?
Couch surfing.
Couch surfing, scooting on the
Yep.
carpet.
Next podcast
Yes, we will. We'll be doing that one again.
next week.
Okay.
It'll
Yeah, we're going to be
good.
heading out to Iowa, so we got to get some knocked out. And
We're gonna do some in Iowa.
you know what? Let's do this. What do you guys want? What kind of topics you guys want? Because we got a list of stuff that we're going to talk about. But if you have
sure.
something that kind of spikes our interest, we're going to be all over it. 'Cause
Yep.
as you can tell, none of this is choreographed. We just
For
kinda
sure.
jump on it. We have a couple different. I got shout out best taco place earbuds. That's the notes. So
Yep.
it's all off the top. So let's do that.
Let us
Figure out
know.
what they want. All
Let
right.
us know. All
So
right.
meanwhile, peace out. Talk to you soon.
Adios.